Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. If you've been subscribed to my channel and watching my videos for the past few years, I've made it no secret that I love AA middle market indie video games. One of them usually ends up being my game of the year. Last year, 2022, it was Solstice. The year before that, 2021, it was Kena, Bridge of Spirits. In 2020, if it wasn't for the release of Doom Eternal, which was inevitably going to be my game of the year, my game of the year would have been the indie middle market game, Otherside. And then there was the year of 2019, and my game of the year that year was Remnant from the Ashes. Still to this very day, at every opportunity, I herald Remnant as not only one of my favorite video games of all time, but one of the best video games of all time, period. It's one of the best Souls-like games ever made. It is one of the best PvE co-op games ever made. It is one of the best third-person shooter video games ever made. Oh, and if you'll permit me here for but a moment, my video review of the game is one of the best videos, some of the best content I have ever released on this YouTube channel, period. So go check that out when you have the time. Anyways, all of this preamble has been necessary context for the fact that Remnant is getting a sequel this year. This month, as a matter of fact, in just a couple weeks, and I'm losing my goddamn mind. Remnant 2, baby! Woo! I have not been this excited for the release of a video game. I have never anticipated the release of a video game this much since Doom Eternal. And again, if you've been subscribed to my channel and watching my videos for the past few years now, you'd know that based on the ludicrous amount of videos I made hyping up Doom Eternal, you'd know I went pretty feral over that game. While I won't be able to make as many videos hyping up the release of Remnant 2 given how close we are to the actual release date, let me assure you, I am salivating, I am carnal, I am hysterical at the thought of being able to play Remnant 2. There is no greater evidence of this than the fact that I have pre-ordered the game, and I never pre-order games. The last game I pre-ordered was Solstice, and that ended up becoming my game of the year 2022, so believe me when I say, I know what I like. But even more importantly than that, I've done my research, and I have complete faith in the developer Gunfire Games. Formerly Vigil Games, before they joined forces with Crytek USA to form Gunfire Games. And this studio does not miss. They made the Darksiders trilogy, which are all fantastic, must-play single-player action-adventure RPG video games. They've also made a ton of very positively reviewed VR titles, including From Other Suns, Dead and Buried, and Hero Bound: Spirit Champion. Then, of course, there's their prequel to Remnant from the Ashes, Chronos: Before the Ashes, which is a tragically underrated action-adventure Souls-like. So I repeat, Gunfire Games does not miss. They have literally never made a bad game, never put out a bad product. So I have total faith in this studio, in this team of talented developers. They play to their strengths, and they make games that they want to play. Here's the thing though. Besides Gunfire Games' stellar reputation, if you just look at Remnant 2 objectively and compare it to its predecessor, Remnant from the Ashes, based on everything they've showcased about Remnant 2 so far, it appears to be an improvement, an upgrade from the first game in almost every way. There's more of everything that made the first game great. More awesome weapons and armor to collect. Enemy and boss variety, they've tripled down on that. The procedural generation from the first game that allowed for so much replayability, they've quadrupled down on that. It is now basically 100% guaranteed that every single campaign playthrough will be completely different from the last. No two players will experience the exact same content in their individual campaigns. The first Remnant already created this exciting chase of wanting to find and explore all of the content available. So you re-rolled the campaign over and over again to find all of the bosses, to find all of the weapons, to find all of the armor, to find all of the secrets. So to know that this beloved aspect of the first Remnant has been expanded upon and improved tenfold, My god, the possibilities, the replayability, the overall value, it's astronomical. I see a ton of people online say, man, I really wish I could replay my favorite video game for the first time and relive that magical experience of discovering everything for the first time. Well, with Remnant 2, you can legitimately have that feeling, have that magical experience of discovering everything for the first time over and over and over again with each campaign reroll and replay. God damn it, I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. Excuse me. Well, besides the procedural generation, one of the other most beloved aspects of the first Remnant was build crafting, the build diversity found in the first Remnant. There were so many weapons, and weapon mods, and armor sets, and rings, and amulets, that the options and variety of customizable playstyles was almost overwhelming. You had tank builds, you had crit builds, you had melee builds, you had summoner builds, you had healer builds, and so much more. And better yet, anything and everything was viable. It was all about what you found to be the most fun to play with. So like everything else in the upcoming sequel, Remnant 2 has quintupled down on this. We're now getting proper character classes to choose from, which Remnant 2 refers to as archetypes, and these archetypes can be multi-classed and combined with other archetypes. You're also going to be able to equip 4 rings instead of 2. Instead of armor set bonuses, armor is now more cosmetic than anything. Those have been moved to and reconfigured as mutators. This allows for much more freedom to the player in terms of customization. And to top it all off, we will be able to customize and upgrade our dragon hearts. Whereas in the first game, in the first Remnant, your dragon heart was just your standard limited charged healing item, in Remnant 2, this will now be an integral part of build crafting. For example and comparison, imagine if you were able to combine your flask of Crimson Tears with your flask of Wondrous Physic from Elden Ring. You now have an idea of all the crazy possibilities this presents. Ladies and gentlemen, once Remnant 2 comes out and the mad lad gamers get their hands on this bad boy, oh man, once they've collected all the weapons, weapon mods, rings, amulets, mutators, the fucking absolutely wild builds people are going to come up with, we are going to see some absolutely ludicrous shit. Gunfire games have essentially given players a giant sandbox to play around in and break the game with. God, it's so exciting, I just want to play it right now! Excuse me. Now that's all the gameplay mechanics and gameplay features, all the technical stuff to get excited about when it comes to Remnant 2. But on the more artistic and, dare I say, emotional side of things, Remnant 2, like its predecessor, enables a really, truly beautiful fantasy to indulge in. The fantasy of going on an adventure. The fantasy of exploring alien worlds. And as childlike as it may seem, the fantasy of being able to save the universe from an ultimate evil. A classic tale of good versus evil. The age-old, childlike joy of battling and overcoming monsters. The first Remnant is not just a really good video game that's fun to play, but it's a piece of art. It's a brilliant expression of human creativity and our love and wonder for exploration and creatures, fantastical creatures, in addition to the satisfying retelling of the well-worn hero's journey, of good triumphing over seemingly overwhelming evil. And this is why, amongst so many more reasons why I am so excited for Remnant 2 and why it is my most anticipated video game of 2023 and why I wholeheartedly believe that Remnant 2 will be my game of the year 2023, on top of being one of the best video games released in 2023 and hell, just one of the best video games ever released of all time period, just like its predecessor. So check out Remnant 2. Get hyped for it. Get excited. I can't wait to play it alongside all of you later this month. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. If you did indeed like the video, then please be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment. If you want to help out and support the video, then please share it on social media, Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, please consider making a donation via the Super Thanks feature here on YouTube, or by clicking on the links and making a donation to my Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi pages, links in the description down below. Anyways, once again, that's been a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.